Okay, this time I want to look at probability distributions on the calculator. This one doesn't have a specific function for it, but the student did ask about it, and it's one that I think you're going to probably have to know. And that is just looking at the discrete random variable x probability distribution. We have mu sub x equal to the expected value of x, which is equal to the summation of x by times p of x by. So basically we're saying we're going to take the value. Remember, we've done this in class a few times. The value of an entry times the probability of that entry happening. In problem 44 in the blue book, if you want to just take a look at it, I'm not going to read it. I'm going to calculate expected values from it and show you where the things come from. But this one's looking at technical support for telephone lines being used. So we have this being the number of telephone lines, and this is the probability for each happening. So in my calculator, I put in list 1, 0 through 5. So list 1 is my x, or are my x's. List 2 are my probabilities. So if I want to find my expected value for the contribution of each of these, then I can set L3 equal to the product of L1 and L2. So I'm going to go up into my L3 area up top, and I'm going to say L3 is equal to L1 times L2. And now I can enter these. Now you might be able to Okay, so you could have done this by hand, but the calculator does do it for you. And you're just going to quickly type these in. Hopefully I typed them in correctly. Let's see. And finally, this one is 0.25. So each one of these values is how much each one is contributing. So now if I add all these together, I will get my expected value for the mean. So now all I have to do is go to Stat, Calc, 1var stats, L3, L3. I have no frequency list, so I leave that blank, and I click Calculate. If you have a TI-83, you would just put 1var stats and put the L3 at the end of it. So my expected value is the sum of all of them. So right here, notice the sum. So 1.6. So my mu sub x is equal to 1.6.